I am 100 yards out in the rough. Take a look at the stats here from Arcos. It's mind-blowing, like mind-blowing. The chances of us making bogeys or worse from in the rough, it's unbelievable. So what can we do to get this improved? So this is based on our Hack It Out Golf Podcast Saturday morning stat. If you want these kind of information in a podcast form, check that out. So the first thing I'm going to do is assess the lie. Got one here that's really nestled down. This one sat right on top, could be a flyer. This one's quite a nice lie. So making sure you're assessing the lie first is key, and getting better at knowing what each one might do is just going to raise your chances of a few more greens hit from this situation. Because yes, we miss greens from this situation too. 100 yards would be a on this hole. If I hit my drive here, this is a massive drive in this wind, and I've got a chance of making bogey or worse because I'm 100 yards in the rough and I'm not assessing lie. Come on, we can do better. So to nestle down the first one, I'm going to use the same club for all of these shots. It's 92 yards, whatever it was, to the flag, but it's around 100 yards playing into the wind. I've got my 50-degree wedge, and I've also got high toe, which out the rough, I'm happy with some grooves and a bit more meat up here. So target here for me is going to be kind of at the flag, but I know it might go left from this kind of lie. So I'm actually looking at the front left with a bit of roll on, ball back, handle forwards, and I'm going to make sure I get some speed, because this lie is horrible to try and pop it out and forwards, which that has done pretty well. I mean, look at the size of this divot. Like, it's impressive. I tried my hardest to get down underneath that and pop it out with plenty of speed. Super aware of that bunker short right. That's a bogey, maybe a double. It's a nasty bunker way short of the green. So I put the speed in to make sure I was carrying that. My aim was basically on the left side of that, knowing this ball was going to go straight to left, very rarely right from that lie. So I was aiming accordingly. And obviously I put that speed in to try and make sure I got it back there, because that grass was going to slow me down. So ball on top, this is the slight flyer possibility. I'm going to make sure that I know what's behind this flag, and I know there's plenty of green. If there wasn't plenty of green, I would be moving my target short, knowing this could go long. But because I can actually go long, I'm going to go middle of the green. I shouldn't really move the ball off this line. I'm going to play pretty much a regular shot, just knowing there's a chance it might go long, and that's come out quite nice, not too flyery. I mean, it's gone just past the pin, which is good. And the divot now, way more just moving grass rather than chunking into the mud. Because I was kind of following the line of the grass a bit more. I'm still hitting down, but not as aggressively when it was down. And I'm still trying to move a bit of ground, but it's much more, the ball's almost on a tee. So I'm kind of coming up, moving my bottom end, the low point of my swing, up a fraction, and happy with the result. And then the last one here really isn't that different to the fairway, apart from I might not get quite the amount of stop that I would from the fairway. So again, I know there's room behind that pin. If there wasn't, I would work in a slightly shorter target, just accept that I'm in the rough, and I don't mind coming up that bit shorter. I know I can cover the bunker, and there's plenty of room long. So this one is middle of the green kind of stuff. And just hoping I get the according rollouts that I deserve. Yeah, I mean, that one stopped pretty good. And again, a pretty neutral use of the ground. 100 yards in the rough. It's a situation often we'd be thinking about capitalizing. 100 yards, it's good. But not reading those lies, not having the skills to cope with different lies, it's obviously costing us severely. And then making sure when I get to the green, I really am looking and learning from my patterns. This is the one from the long grass, so more speed could have been used, not bad. From the decent lie, the one that was flyer did really, really well. So I'm going to log that feeling as my swing, how I played it from this distance, and try and repeat it when I get out and get in that situation again. And any of the ones that I miss, and maybe it's my chipping that's making me not have that score that I need. You know, from 100 yards out, you miss the green, i.e. then getting it up and down. Well, if you're not getting up and down enough, this video's helping loads of people improve their chipping and getting their scores lower.